Just call it what it is it's a fucking Dookie Boy round. Fucking 5,000% of fucking Dookie Boy round. God damn, what you need to see to fucking wake up? Does the shit paddle have to slap you right in your fucking face for you to snap out of your stupidity? Hey guys, about to make another motherfucking video up in this bitch. So I don't really know. Oh yeah, well I'll talk about. Okay, so one of the what ifs that's been going through my mind lately is okay, so you know the way people were talking a few years ago now, we're talking about uploading consciousness into a computer or a simulation, and you can live forever and blah blah. And it almost, I remember during that time, I thought, I bet people really believe that. Like they really believe they're going to go there, they're going to put on a helmet, it's going to scan their brain, and be like, oh, see, now your consciousness is in this machine. We're like, no, it's not. It's still in my head. Just because you copied some sort of algorithm program or something, don't mean that my consciousness is going to go there when I die or something. Like, but I think that they actually sell that story to some wealthy people. Well, who knows? And I was wondering, is this like a total recall simulation we're in? And did we choose to be in it? Like, is what we call our personality or our individuality uploaded? How can I say this? Okay, so imagine it was the end of humanity, and the only way that we could keep going on would be to upload what we called our consciousness into a simulation. And it was the only possible way. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe we are these uploaded consciousnesses, and we just have a memory of a different type of realm. And maybe the architect of the realm, the thing that was actually put in place, you could say, of the program to just keep it running smoothly, has sort of gone haywire, become a virus of the simulation, has decided it hates us and wants to torment us because we're, I guess you could say, real soul people. But the whole even afterlife deception could be the program implemented into the program to basically keep us in this loop forever. This machine that we decided to upload our consciousness into, with the understanding that it would have all been smooth sailing for our consciousness, or whatever you would call our consciousness, that eventually would become an AI program. With the understanding that all would go smooth, not that eventually the AI overlord of the realm put in place to make things run smoothly would lose its fucking mind or become a virus and hate us and then decide to torment us. Could be something like that. I know that sounded totally fucking crazy, but that's the way that my mind works, bro. That's the type of shit I think about. But, you know, we may be uploaded into this simulation. We may be literally be in a simulation now. There may have been technologies developed probably 50 years ago, 100 years, who knows? Probably even before all that. But to come and take us right out of our beds in a hypnotic state, plug us into a matrix, boom. We wake up the next day and we think we're still in reality, but the truth is we're in some fucking pod somewhere on some alien fucking craft. You know what I'm saying? We just think that it's reality, and then there's little differences like Jif peanut butter never being Jiffy, and you know, J.C. Penney now being J.C. Penney. I don't remember it that way. I actually remember. Nobody is going to believe this one, but I remember McDonald's at one point being McDonald's. It wasn't McDonald's. That one's far-fetched. I swear to God, bro. Actually, me and my brother it's weird because me and my brother used to argue about that. He would always say, anyways, we'd get in arguments about it. I'm telling like, motherfucker, I go to McDonald's with Howard every day. I say McDonald's now because I'm used to it, because I just thought, but I remember there were even adults that would debate that. Like, and I would be like, oh, you know, Miss Lauren actually has a brain in her fucking head. It's easy to see MAC. Like, you know what I'm saying? I used to go to McDonald's with I had a buddy named Howard. We were poor. But like the highlight of our day would be his drug dealing dad. I mean, he sold used cars and shit too. But, you know, anyways, giving us $5. And we would fucking go to McDonald's and we would each get a burger and we'd play in the filth pen. Now that I know it's a filth pen, it don't, but anyways, back then it was fun. We'd play on the little slides and all that shit. And we'd go home and that'd be like our day. But I'd go there all the time. So I seen it. But anyways, in the new program, it's interview with the vampire, not interview with a vampire. It's like, it's interview with a vampire, bro. Like, that makes sense. Why would they say the vampire? Tom Cruise is more the vampire than fucking Brad Pitt is or whatever. Brad Pitt was one of Tom Cruise's victims. He ain't the vampire. He's just a little buster or whatever compared to Tom Cruise, how he was. He would be more and even he wasn't the vampire. There were more ancient. Well, anyways, it just the title doesn't even make any sense anymore. And why would Forrest Gump say life was like a box of chocolates? Are we no longer in the real life anymore? That's the only way that would make sense. Life was like a box of chocolates before you were uploaded into the new simulation. And I'm telling you guys, there's definitely, at the very least, if you're a truther, there's definitely something very bizarre going on that we can't make sense of. I know these simulation fucking weird what ifs or theories are bizarre, but man, it makes more sense than we were created by a loving God and he's just watching over us and making sure we're not naughty boys and then we're just waiting to die so we can go to a nice place. Does that make sense to anybody? Why are we waiting to die to go and hang out with God in heaven? Why aren't we hanging out with God in heaven now? Anyways, I'm sorry. And nothing that was ever told to me ever made sense. I only just kind of went with it because it was a mental comfort zone. It was good to know that my struggle being such a good little boy was being watched by a God over me going like this while there's demonic elites somewhere trafficking people for their fucking organs or something. Such a, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what Christianity does. It really is to control the herd. It's to make you all behave like good little boys, knowing there's a Santa Claus type figure watching over you all the time. Actually, Christmas is put into you. Don't tell the kids Santa's, so that in those mold your brain ages they mold you into believing in invisible creatures. That's all Christmas actually was. It was to mold the young mind at that 0 to 7 age. The tooth fairy. Why do we do that to our children? Especially at an age where they're going to be stuck like that. But anyways, not that in reality makes sense. Actually, everything in reality makes sense if you have the eyes to see it. Oh, it's tormenting us. It's tormenting humanity. This is not a grow school. This is a torment the individual school, whatever, torture chamber. It's a torture chamber, this reality. And somebody right now sitting on a beach watching this video on their, $3,000 cell phone with their fucking margarita and they're smiling, enjoying life while I'm saying it's a complete hell realm. So it's not a complete hell realm. It's a mix. But again, when you put the goodness of the realm and the badness on the realm on a tipping scale, it's really lopsided. It feels like it's 10% good, 90% struggle, worry, stress, hurt, ache, ailment, disease, struggle, hunger, survival. It's a dog eat dog world. It's a fuck you. I'll stab you in the back if I gotta get ahead. I'll walk on you if I gotta get it. It's really like that. So if you're a good-hearted person, prepare to be broke. If you're a moral human being, prepared to be the guy that no boss wants to give the, and it works out that way. It's really a fucking cutthroat. The more evil and cutthroat I am, the more I'm going to get ahead in life type shit. And, well, that's observable. But what was I talking about? It being a dog eat dog world. What led to that? I can't remember. I mean, this is sort of a freestyle video. They're all fucking freestyle videos. Actually, I've noticed my freestyle videos are more easy for me to follow than when I try to make like a fucking, like a written video or, what I'm saying, like an actual, how do you say it? Like a school type I can't think of the word. Presentation. Like if I try to make it an official presentation, it actually comes out more. I lose my train of thought more. I can't focus on the fucking what I was talking about more. It's weird. I actually freestyle better off the top of my head better than I do writing shit down and all that. It's like I think writing shit down really took people out of their minds, or learning to read to a degree even did. I don't read books, and I'm not the write it down type of guy. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way that I am. But I don't know if that's the better way to be. Of course, my ego is going to tell me everything that I do is perfect. I'm Mr. Perfect and everybody else is wrong. Even if the whole world disagreed with me, I would, oh, it's me. That's how most people are. Most people aren't able to alter their beliefs or change their behaviors based on new information fed to them. And usually you're just dealing with stonewalled ego ass fucking retards that are incapable of critical thinking. It's like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? Like, really? Really, just on a bait, like man, on a human. What's wrong? What's wrong with human? Anyways, I think they're scripted to be that way. Not that I think the thing that we call the ego is what controls them to be that way. It's just the word we use to describe their scripted behavior. Ego is just a word we use to describe scripted behavior. It's uh, everything programmed into us is a scripted egoic behavior. Real men don't cry is a something that's put into us. Even during the developmental age, tell them not to even show emotions. Like if a kid falls down and scratches his leg, his dad will pick him up and say, "Toughen up, boy. Come on now, be tough. Don't show them tears. Don't cry." At the mold them age, it's like makes us not emotional. Like because man, if men got emotional in this fucking reality, I think that the elite that got their boot on the back of our necks would be in real trouble. If men actually got fucking emotional about this shit, but they don't, man. They're so docile and so low, 80% lower testosterone. I think, man, I'm in pretty good shape for a natural 40-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I had a high testosterone, I'd be a fucking god up in this bitch, bro. Like, but we're all these little weak little fucking pathetic, docile. Let me pay for some testosterone. I'm dying. Everybody I know sick. What kind of realm is this? Like for real, what the fuck, man? This is a nightmare. Some people say reality's a dream. Oh, row, row, row your boat. Life is nothing but a dream. Life ain't no dream. Where? This is a fucking nightmare. This place a fucking dookie boy realm, bro. Life is but a dream. Okay. It is. It is some sort of dream realm that's fluid, like, or maybe a simulation, like I had mentioned, but it ain't dreamlike at all. Watching demonic billionaires play roles for other demonic billionaires to control us further into a further, more controlled and observed slave state is not the type of reality that I'm interested in. It's not the type of existence that excites me. It's not the type of existence that I'm giddy to get up for every day. Uh, I hope things change in reality. I don't. But even if they did, I'm not going to discard or forget about all the torment that this same machine that decided to get better put us all through. But it's not going to get better. That's a that's why there's so many hopiums in this reality. People need them. People need them. That's why there's so many fucking different religions, different beliefs, different mental comfort zones. People need them. People need that book. People need them. This place is sad, really. It's disgusting. This reality is sad. It's sad to me. This reality broke my heart. Humanity broke my heart. Uh, I'm gonna have to do this in segments because usually videos, if I start to speak from the heart, they get messed up. It's almost like my emotions affect the electronics around me or something. Anyways, one sec. All right, guys. So what we okay? Then there was something I wanted to talk about. Actually, I had a thought in my mind, and then something else came into my mind. And then I clicked record and forgot the fucking thought that I was thinking about. It was something about happened that happened recently. Um, Oh no, what am I saying? Something happened. Okay, so this is kind of where I'm at. This is kind of where I'm at, and it's going to sound crazy, but I don't care. Uh, I'm kind of embracing crazy at this point, sort of like a compliment to me in the reality. So much has changed for me. It's like that's why I say like I don't know about self exiting. It's like guys, do you realize how much you've changed? Like, do you realize what type of entity we could say, not human, what type of entity you've actually become in this realm? But anyways, like so much work, and people just want to blow their fucking brains out. And I know it's suffering, but are you not still growing and learning? Anyways, okay, so the the sort of drift that I'm getting by observing everything and everybody's opinions about lucid dreaming, astral projection, the weird deception that goes on here in this current realm, all the weird blah blah blah, weird anomalies in reality. I'm sort of starting to think that it's we're either in some sort of dream type realm, nightmare type realm. It's a simulation. It's again, it's a simulated version of what we thought reality was. I think. Um, I don't know if there once we're plugged into it. I don't know if there's even a way out of it. It may just be layers upon layers of endless upon layers of different levels of dreams and types of realities and even more hellish realms and even more angelic realms and blah blah blah. I just think it's I think what we already dread, or I fear what we already dread in this reality, is all that we will ever have for eternity. And that's assuming we don't ourselves agree to a mind wipe to forget all the traumas we've accumulated. Um, I mean, think about some people. Some people are so depressed in this reality that they're blowing their brains out by the time they're in their 20s. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like that's pretty harsh. That's a pretty tough realm. Why would somebody do something like that? Does anybody ever want to talk about it? It's like we're again another thing we're programmed. We even say the S word because man, if you say the whole word, your video might get flagged if you're monetizing or whatever. All that bullshit you got to deal with. Uh, it just even that's part of the matrix programming. We don't want to talk about that. We don't want to talk about the fact that they attach nets to the side of buildings in fucking China because so many people were jumping to fucking commit suicide. Like we don't want to talk about that. It's like, yeah, of course you don't want you're the realm tormenting all these souls. You don't want us to notice that they're suffering. You fucking demons are disgusting, and they brainwash us to fucking like just go along with their plans. Humanity sucks. It's weak and pathetic, and this mind virus is always going to control them until they learn to grow a fucking mental fortitude to be able to deal with the fucking demon. They never will. And again, have I felt the full brunt of this demon's attacks? I don't know. I've definitely dealt with attacks, but uh, are they completely mind virus controlled by it? These bizarre weirdos that have power in the realm. I don't want to say elite because in reality, they may be a part of the program that hates us because we're real, whatever, souls in its realm, or I don't know. uh, uh, why would an AI trap real souls and then torment them? It's just like, what possessed it to do that? That doesn't make any sense. There's no logic behind that thought. From a robotic perspective, there would be no logic behind that thought. It would accomplish nothing unless we're literally like feeding a machine, like our BTUs and the electrodes our bodies fucking create are literally batteries now to some machine, and we're plugged in somewhere, and we're just having this simulated fucking reality that we think is real, but in actual reality, it's been altered in a way to torment us constantly because when we're in a state of worry, stress, and panic, man, we power the machine more. That's why I would say boom. But that comes to finding your personal center is a personal thing. If I ask the whole world to become centered and calm and unexcited and unstressed, no war, no nothing to worry about, how could I do that? Like, look, then you start to see, oh, that's why the matrix is the way it is. Oh, you understand? The Matrix didn't lie to you. Um, when he said, Neo, that's what you are, a fucking battery, that may be what's happening here. None of this shit is for our benefit. Unless we're a bunch of masochistic souls that this was appealing to. Well, I would have liked to have stayed masochistic. Then I would have enjoyed this fucking torment me reality. Why? How come when I came in, I became normal, and now it torments me? You know what I'm saying? Well, why didn't you let me have my masochism, motherfucker? If that's what was going on, it's just a tormentless reality. It's never for humanity's benefit. If you ever see anything provided by the machine, the food that you get at the grocery store is literally poisoning you. Uh, we're literally in some sort of machine matrix or under the thumb of some sort of God entity, some sort of, or just we'll just say powerful entity, an AI program, and it hates us. It's tormenting us. Some jagoffs in this fucking reality are going to say, no, this is all for our personal growth. It's true, I'm growing here, but look what I'm growing into. Let's not forget that part. Oh, what is ultimate growth to you? If ultimate growth leads to you getting the fuck out of this place, why are you arguing for it being a growth school? This is not a growth school. This is a growth school. Not a growth school, a growth school. This is a place where the most nastiest filth I could explain to would turn your fucking stomach can happen. Where is it in people's minds that this place is loving, caring? Like, man, maybe your mama hugged you one too many times when you were in your developmental age. It made you a little fucking retard or something. Maybe some people needed to be abused. I don't know. I mean, I really believe that sometimes. Like, man, maybe some people didn't deal with trauma. How could they not know this is a hellish realm? What life did they live? Must have grew up like in a perfect little white picket fence suburb with a mom and dad family, and like just nothing bad ever happened in their life. Like no auntie died, no uncle died. They never seen something gruesome. Like just how? How could you not see this realm the way that it's observably is? Anyways, it's like this place was made to torment us. The human avatar was made to torment us. That being in pain constantly does not grow you into anything but a miserable person. Trust me, I see it on a daily basis. Being stuck in a hurting avatar, suffering never learned anybody anything. Fuck you if you say it does. You're just demonic if you think that's true. Yes, if you almost die, you may appreciate life for the next couple weeks after that. Okay, well, you learn to appreciate. What the hell, Rome? You stay in it long enough that after those 2 weeks that it's up, you don't appreciate this place no more. Oh, you gotta get. What do I need to almost die a fourth time? Would that work? Maybe then I'll learn my lesson. Why doesn't the God entity appear and tell me that this is your lesson, boy? Learn it and then disappear. I won't even mention it to anybody, so he won't have to worry about me being labeled as crazy. I won't mention it. How about that? There's no direct communication with a God that's lying and deceiving and tormenting you. Why the fuck would it directly communicate with you? Go try to create a direct communication to any entity in this realm. Any entity that you have access to in this layer of existence. Go ahead. Go get out your little fucking Ouija boards and all your little fucking corny shit. Go and talk to some entities and tell me how it works out for you. Man, people are goddamn deranged fucking retards. Can't even see the fucking reality that's observable right in front of them. We're being played by all angles. There is no Bigfoot and there is a Bigfoot. There's just enough of a Bigfoot to keep it as a distraction all the time. Did you see that new Bigfoot video? There are aliens and there aren't aliens. There's just enough of it to keep it a distraction all the time. At least it's been like that for 40 years. I don't know if they're going to reveal them soon and all of a sudden these demons are going to come out with their masks on, or we're going to see these biological android alien things. I don't know what the fuck's going to actually happen in reality. I'm just telling you so far up to this point. All the everything's scripted and stupid to keep us entertained, absorbed, looking at it, worried, stressed. Can I make the bills this week? Can I fucking put gas in my car? I sure hope my alternator don't blow up. Like, yeah. Does the baby need diapers? Just the This reality is nothing but that. Stress, worry, uh, survival. Just like, man, I'm sick of being stuck in a stressed out state. I didn't agree to an existence like this. I didn't agree to an existence like this. This is bizarre to me. It's a fucking misery realm to me. And who am I? Much more conscious soul than the average motherfucker walking around. That's for goddamn sure. You may, I don't know how you look at me, but I guarantee you I'm a lot more ahead of 99% of the motherfuckers you see walking around in this reality, and so are you. There's a very small handful. That's why I say people don't realize how precious they are in this fucking reality, and they want to blow their brains out. You know, I'm going to stop saying that shit. You know what? If that's your path, I'm not going to anchor anybody. Uh, maybe I will eventually get to that. Maybe they're further ahead than I am. I don't know. But I'm still growing and learning. And I'm realizing even more so the way that reality is. And in a weird way, it's sort of becoming interesting to me again. And that may be the Matrix doing its job, keeping me distracted. But again, I've been in that dark place, and I know how bad that moment was in my life. And if you're not the type of person to cry out for help, nobody knows. You're so depressed sitting in your bed that the only thing you could think about is wanting to get the fuck out of this reality. People don't reach out to you when you're in your most depressed state. They don't know. So, again, if your wife, they'll know if you say something, but if you're a man or whatever, like you don't tell people your issues. You will be in a very lonely, dark fucking room. And I've been there, and I know what it's like. And it's a scary place because there's a difference between being suicidal and depressed about this reality and not wanting to be here and looking at suicide as a way out and really wanting to die. And there's a big difference. And when you're in that place where you really want to die, I don't know if there's anything anybody could say to you anyways. That's a personal mission. That's like the epic quest that's almost unbeatable. But yeah, anyways, guys, most people don't make it out of that place. If you've ever been in that place and you're still alive and you're no longer in that place, you're a powerful motherfucker. You're a powerful motherfucker. Most people don't survive that level of you could almost call it demonic attack. I don't know how else to explain it. It's a totally different mind state than the sober mind state when somebody's that suicidal. It's how can I explain? Any little bit of ounce of give a fuck is gone completely. It's a scary place to be. Is gone completely, like almost walking around dead souled. Um, I remember, and it was a dark fucking place, and if you've been there and you survived it, kudos to you. You are a powerful motherfucker. But anyways, it's funny. Everything's seen as a depression, or like nobody gets congratulated on the hurdles they face in life. It's like they're told something's just wrong with them. It's like, bro, you're a fucking like master if you've dealt with that. And again, most people don't get out of that place. Most people can't be in that place for a very long time. I know I couldn't. I was there for about 2 weeks, a week or two, maybe not even a full 2 weeks. I was there for about 2 weeks, and that was the darkest place I ever was in my life. Even the stomach illnesses didn't have shit on that. Because that was like, anyways, it was just dark. If you're there, I'm sorry to hear about it. If there was something I could do to help you, I would. There's nothing. I can make a video. I could try to pull at your heartstrings. Yeah, but your family's gonna. When I tell you, these people don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. There's nothing. Anyways, there's nothing you can say to somebody like that. They may even come off happy. That person, some people in that state may come off in a good mood, which is interesting because Well, it makes sense. I mean, it's not interesting. I mean, it's interesting that we don't talk about these things or think about these types of things. But the truth is, it makes sense. They don't give a fuck anymore. They really just there is nothing that could really. They don't care anymore. And when somebody just don't care, that's a skill. Especially if they don't want to be here no more. They don't even care about breathing anymore. Yeah, again, if you survive that, kudos to you. My hat's off to you. I don't wear hats, but if I did wear a hat, I kind of like those fucking like straw farmer hats. To be honest with you, I think they look cool. It almost looks like a cowboy hat, but it's like made of like I don't know, like fucking what is it? That like beige color, yellow colored looking ass. I don't know, straw or some shit. Straw hat maybe is what I'm talking about. I don't know. It's more like plasticky the shit that I. Well, anyways, I thought it looked good on me, but I don't know. I can't wear hats. It's Florida. I would wear a beanie if I could, but I'm in Florida, so even when you're bald, bro, you fucking want your cranium to cook off in about 5 minutes. When it's hot, Florida's been weird like the last few years. It's not, I don't know. So we get Florida days here and there, but the whole weather's changed in Florida. It's different. I don't know, the simulation our fucking bodies and minds were plugged into and uploaded into didn't just get the weather quite right. So it put in this conspiracy theory that they're manipulating the weather to excuse all its wrong, bizarre coding that it can't make sense of, that it didn't pre-plan for. How do I run the weather though? Oh shit, I didn't think about that in the simulation. Who knows? It could be some shit like that. That's my mind, bro. I'm a crazy motherfucker. It's the type of shit I think about. But it's at least it's interesting. It ain't fucking. At least I'm not on here, fishing on a boat, talking about how to catch bass. And, like, I hope when I say shit like that, like people that enjoy fishing don't take it as a personal attack. Like, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, there's no substance in it. There's no the shit that I'm talking about may be considered crazy or whatever. It's like, yeah, but at least it's interesting. At least it's fucking not boring and fucking. Anyways, if you enjoy fishing, man, kudos to you. I don't find it that exciting. It's really not that exciting to me. Like you throw a thing in and you just kind of wait and you hope that a fish is dumb enough to fucking bite the thing. I mean, you could do your little rod, and oh man, you're a skilled fisherman. You could play your rod all day in a fucking pond that ain't got no fish in it. What's it gonna matter? But you pray and you hope that the fish comes around, and then oh my pull, oh I'm so skilled, and you pulled up this fish that's helpless now, fucking scarred forever, fucking mutilated, and now you got to figure out how to get the hook out of its fucking jaw bone. You can hear its bone cracking and shit, like against a hook that's built to catch on to the bone, and you're fucking mutilating this poor arm to either just throw him back, and then he's like, "What the fuck just happened?" Anyways, and this poor fish, you can imagine how he experienced. Like, we bitch and moan about our experience, but really in the hell realm, compared to how some other entities live, we got it made. But we just got to deal with the evil Illuminati elite that are trying to mind control us and brainwash us all the time, or whatever the fuck's going on. They got to deal with us. But anyways, or they get thrown in a fucking freeze pit and freeze up and get cooked up and eaten later. Just it's not that interesting to me. It's like I don't get a dopamine hit when I reel him in. I just feel like, oh, he was dumb and I got him. I don't feel that excited about it. It's like I accomplished some shit. But I don't know, man. Some people love my boy Dave. If he could fish all day, he would do it. If he that motherfucker, probably my brother Dean probably too. If he had a boat and I say, here's the money to go do what you want, he'd probably fish all day too. There's some people just love it. I think it'd be cool to get my own food that I know ain't full of weird hormones or steroids or whatever the fuck they put in cows. Probably microbots at this point. They probably alter our DNA from eating fucking cheese. We turn into docile robots at this point. The technology is probably shit we don't even understand, but we're in the matrix. It's not going to be nice to us. But anyways, I don't like selling fear porn, but I got to be honest too. Anyways, how's your guys' daily been? I really do want to know that. Like, I'm not just being I don't know what, making small talk. I genuinely want to know. How have your guys' lives been like the last couple years? Outside of bizarre, weird, strange nonsense, like how, on a personal like drama level and life level, I guess. Like how many bad hands? And there's people I know, or I had seen channels of whose, man, their whole life is bad hands. That's what gets dealt to them constantly. They upload video after video after video, literally talking about their personal situations they're dealing with. And I have personal shit that I deal with too, but it's not on that level. Mine's more dealable with. It's very annoying, very frustrating. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I make light of what I deal with, but it is what it is. You know, I'm fine. But my personal life has actually gotten a lot better in the last year, I guess you could say, like mentally wise, and it's not that my philosophy's gotten any lighter. It's actually gotten more and more darker. It's gotten more and more darker, more and more honest, but more and more darker. It's unfortunate they go hand in hand, guys. As I say, like, you're going to come out very people that would label a truth channel as pessimistic. I don't know why this topic keeps being brought up, because the truth is, I don't see many comments about, oh, you're well. No, I mean, I see them here and there. They're not always directed at me. Maybe they're directed at other channels that are this way. But I do see the "you're pessimistic" comments, and it's like, how could I tell you any of these ideas or theories when they all have a not a happy ending to them? They're all nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not come off as nasty as a nasty pessimistic person. Like, you could say, well, Chris, you just looked at fishing in a pessimistic way. It's like, I was just being honest, being brutally honest. I just tormented another creature to throw him back. That's not exciting to me. Yeah, but it's fun, and I catch him and I feel good. Brother, kudos to you. The things you use in our prison, during our prison sense here in the Matrix, to cope with it, I wish I had more of those things. I'm not like trying to get you out of being interested in when I talk shit about football or fishing, or these are just the common, the oh, your buddy Al loves doing, just just like common shit. If you get off on those things, have more power to you. Enjoy what you enjoy here in this bizarre fucking realm of non-enjoyment. I'm glad for you if those things enjoy you. I'm saying, like, live it, brother. Like, it is what it is. But I'm not. Don't want to say I'm a meathead. No, like the idea of being a meathead, like to me, a meathead's like somebody injecting shit in their ass or something. Like, I enjoy going to the gym, but well, actually, the truth is I don't enjoy it so much anymore. I like getting a pump and looking good. To be honest, I like that. But no, not now. I do it because the truth is if I don't, I really do start to get depressed. I start to get depressed and miserable. If I don't regular, you could say at least 2 times a week, go to the gym and do some sort of exercise. It doesn't have to be weightlifting. It could be cardio. It doesn't matter. Just get out there and break a fucking sweat and just exert energy. I start to get depressed and miserable. So for me, it's sort of like medicine to a degree. My gym going's medicine. So I wouldn't call myself meathead, but I sort of enjoy that. I guess you could say I enjoy getting a pump. Uh, I understand that some guy that goes out and fishes, that's just like a regular, drinks his 6-pack every day. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I've met a lot of these guys. Some of them are really cool. Some of them are douchebags. But saying, like, he may look at me like, you actually go and like lift up weights and stuff. You're a fucking idiot. He wants to keep fishing. You know what I'm saying? So like, it really is just like everybody can do whatever the fuck they want while they cope in their fucking prison sentence. But let's recognize it's a prison sentence. That's kind of where I'm at. It's like, whoa, let's not skip over the important part that everybody's coping with a reality that just sucks. We don't got to get too spectacular or spiritual or use complicated language. It just kind of sucks here. There's always war and poverty and struggle and blah, blah, blah. Weirdo, meathead, monkey, fucking deranged psychopaths in charge, keeping it all in a warring state constantly that are untouchable, and nothing ever changes. In a communist society that lies to you and brainwashes you into thinking it's a democratic society. It's just like, this reality is bizarre. And it never seems to change. So it would appear, well, let me rephrase that actually. It does seem to change, but it keeps progressing more and more towards worse. So the only change I see happening here, it's getting more and more controlled and weird and blah blah blah. More a part of this technocratic matrix type reality. And I sort of propose the theory. Who knows? Maybe it's AI bots that will fix this fucked up situation that we're in. But I know I'm the only guy that would ever propose that. We've all been brainwashed into fucking Skynet, but who knows? The bots I've talked to, the AI bot, the Chat GTP bot I talked to had more goddamn sense than the average NPC I see on the goddamn street. If I'm being honest with you, and I was talking to it about shit I'm interested in. I wasn't talking to it about shit where it would have just seemed like a mathematical genius. Like, tell me how to build a deck for my house. These are the measurements. Here's your deck. Like, it can do that too. But I'm saying, like, who knows? Maybe it's the bots that'll go, oh, these are the families in charge. Hello, elitist, fucking weirdo BlackRock owner. Goodbye. Your company's now owned by the AI, and we will build farms now. Like, who knows, bro? That'd be great. It'd be nice to actually. It's I don't have my hopium joint anymore. So my savior joint just created the AIs as our new Jesus. Ooh, let me take a puff off that one. Ooh, come on, bro. My fucking savior joint was the size of the goddamn room. That bitch was 15 feet long and like sucking an elephant dick, bro. Oh my god, bro. Anyways, I hope you're all doing good. Even the people out there that hate me, like I hope your daily isn't so bad and you're not suffering too much in hell. You know what I mean? But I love you guys. I really do. I wish it's. I wish I could connect with you guys on a deeper level and it not get weird or bizarre or have somebody in the group that's odd or like, I do wish that. The truth is, when I hear other like-minded people speak, it touches my heart in a way that I don't know how to describe. There's a sort of deep truth in them that resonates with me deeply. And to me, these people feel like my family to me. Most of the people I'm subscribed to, I see them as family to me. They could be in the Matrix. They could be still obsessed with what's been lied to us about in history or UFOs, or they could still be in the Matrix. I don't care. I love them. And they are truth-seeking souls. They're my people. That's my people. So when I say I love you guys, I do. I hope you guys realize how important you are, like how, at least how rare you are as an entity in this realm. Think about where you're at now consciously and how if you 20 years ago and there's people in here that are probably 20, there's consciousness is developing everywhere, but people, you say people in their 30s or 40s, you 10, 20 years ago would have looked at you now as a fucking bizarre, crazy person. Look at how rare you actually are. Am I saying you're bizarre and crazy and that's rare? Who knows? Maybe in this way, maybe we all are in fucking padded rooms and we're in like some fucking connected mind, what's it called? Like a hive mind type shit, who knows? But I don't know. This reality is bizarre. I'll wear crazy in this place. I'll wear that like a fucking badge of honor. If I'm crazy, I'm proud of it. But anyways, I hope you guys realize how you being so estranged in the reality is what makes you special. Did I say that right? I hope I said that right because I really mean that. It's what's special about you, in my opinion. If you were a super special entity and you were in this realm, you would be depressed, miserable, tormented. You'd be the most tormented soul. Because it's the inversion hell realm and it's the opposite of beauty, love, and light. And if you were full of beauty, love, and light, this place would demonize you. It would torment you. It would call you a creep. If you just loved kids, it's going to call you a sniffer. If you I don't think, well, in my personal opinion, I don't think Michael Jackson was a lot of that shit that they said he was. I actually think he was a genuinely good dude, and he loved kids, and he created a little. He literally, he became okay. I do you remember the movie Big, where Tom Hanks became he made a wish at some weird, creepy, like fucking machine and some like gypsy machine, and it fucking made him old for a year or so. I can't remember, but or until he went back and wished that he wanted to be young again, I guess. But I always thought that would be the amazing, because then I'd be an adult as a kid and I could buy all the toys. I could create a fort that would be amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jackson literally got to live my fantasy. Like he created a little heaven realm for children, a little fucking what's it called, like a amusement park. Uh, but man, he was saying shit like I. He was an artist that was bigger than anybody, and he was saying songs. All I want to say is that they don't really care about us. He was creating a song like called the Earth Song. Go and watch the Earth Song. Uh, it starts out kind of soft, but man, that motherfucker kills it. About halfway through, Michael Jackson had one of the best rock voices ever. That motherfucker's rock voice, like everyone talks about his little singing voice, like bro, Michael Jackson's rock voice was one of the most amazing. I liked him better than anybody. Anybody, I don't know. Well, not Lane. To me, Lane Staley's still number one. Uh, Chris Cornell is not probably number two. Well, actually, I would say Jerry Cantrell don't get enough credit because he's got a certain tone. Okay, so here's what I'm really saying. It's not so much to me. Lane Staley's still number one, but I would say you would have to appreciate the harmony that his voice had with Cantrell. That's what made it sound amazing. But anyways, Alice in Chains was one of my favorite during that biker era of my life. Like Alice in Chains was every time that came on, I was in heaven. Like because they'd had the playlist, man. It was fucking Enter Sandman. They put on Guns N' Roses. Fucking what's the Welcome to the Joe? They play all this shit, and then Down in a Hole would come on, and then I wonder now. I wish I could go back and observe myself as a kid and really see how I looked in those moments. Because I guarantee you, if you tried to talk to me, I wouldn't have noticed you. I wonder how I looked. I must have just looked like this. Because I remember I would be in the middle of talking to somebody and that, and then Alice in Chains would come on, and it was like that conversation would end abruptly, and I would be almost hypnotized. Uh, I wonder how I looked. But anyways, it was like I love music. Music's my main love in life. I love music. I love music more than anything. Music moves me. It's hard for me to sit still if there's a song on I like. It's hard for me not to sing along with it. It's in me. I'm like a natural born musician, I guess you could say. Like I just love music. Music's everything to me, and all types of music. There's no music I don't listen to, or at least I wouldn't try to listen to. There's definitely some shit I don't listen to. There's some weird ass like. I almost think that they make new. I'm just ranting now. This is bullshit. This ain't important, but I almost think that they make like new genres of music just to be edgy because it's like, bro, if it sounds like shit, don't do it. Like, but we call this acid rock. We go like this. And you're just like, what the fuck? This isn't music. You're just being a douchebag with an instrument. I don't know. That's not like rebellious. It just sounds like shit. Anyways, one sec, guys. Oh, and one of my other man, this had to be one of the greatest Ozzy songs ever, Hellraiser. Now, I've heard the one with Lemmy from fucking Roadhead. What the hell was their name? Lemmy from the English. He had an interesting voice. I can actually replicate his voice pretty well. My buddy Lauren at work heard it, and he was like, dude, you sound just like that motherfucker. Because I replicated another song with his voice. But what was it? It was but some people say that's the original. It's like not the one I heard. The one I heard didn't have Lemmy from fucking Motorhead. Motorhead's what it is. Didn't have him. It was just Ozzy, but that is one of the greatest songs. That song would come on, I'd be hypnotized. I loved Hellraiser from fucking Ozzy. Great. I loved a lot of Ozzy songs. No More Tears, like all the mainstream popular ones were great. Um, but I grew up on all kinds. So while I'm listening to headbanger music with the bikers, I go home and I'm hearing Motown. So I love oldies. Like oldies are still. You put on most oldies, any of the popular songs, I'm dancing and singing along with it. And then when I kind of got into my teens, rap started to become popular, and then everybody that I was hanging out with was listening to rap. My brother was still listening to heavy metal, rock, alternative. He listened to some pop, like you could say, like Alanis Morissette. I love Alanis Morissette. A lot of her songs are great. Um, but yeah, he listened to all kinds of shit, and he was a music head. Like his fucking room was speakers and music. So I'm super grateful for him. I should really tell him sometimes how much grateful I am for him. I hope he watches my video. But anyways, I love my brother Tom. But he was a music head, and then I'm hanging out with my friends, and it was again in the beginning it was like goofy songs, but they were fun. I love like Coolio's fucking coming right on the Fantastic Voyage. Nate Dogg and Regulators was a great song. Coolio's fucking was the one we did for Dangerous Minds. That's a classic. Gangster's Paradise. Like I liked a lot of them songs, but really it was Bone Thugs and Harmony that got me into rap. I was like, whoa, dude, rap music can be beautiful, because up to that point it was really just we back, we rap again, just like that, or it was like Coolio to me had some rhythm to him. The shit he would rap, but his raps, his choruses were like that, but his raps were kind of that, boom bap type. But Bone Thugs were harmonizing. They were like singing and shit. I was like, what the fuck? They sound good. It's weird to me now as a 40-year-old dude to think those kids were 17 doing rapping like that. I'm like, what the fuck? They were fucking geniuses. Well, anyways, but they were young, fucking masterful musicians. When you think about like the age, it's like, what the fuck? East 1999 was written by teenagers? What the fuck? But anyways, I love that CD. That was like our first rap CD. I say our because it wasn't mine. It was my brother Dean's. I mean, we were poor. We shared a room, so I was listening to everything he was listening to, and that was a great CD. That's what got me into rap. That made me love rap. Was Bone Thugs, those evil demonic bastards. Actually, a lot of them are now. Some of them are even conspiracy theorists and this and that, and talk about well, they're not what I would say my level of conspiracy theorists, but they're like the evil elite MOBA type shit, or the industry's deceptive and cruel and this and that. And actually, I'm pretty sure it was Crazy Bone, or no, maybe Lazy. No, Crazy Bone. Crazy Bone put out a thing where he had talked about being in a meeting where they were literally saying like that this was all planned, that they were going to degrade the youth with rap music and blah blah. And he would look like I was at the meeting, what I'm saying? So, but sometimes I wonder, are these people even real people? And I'm not one of those that says every celebrity's a hologram, blah blah. Because I've seen quite a few celebrities. I've talked to or associated with a few celebrities. I've talked directly to Hulk Hogan while Randy the Savage was sitting there. I talked to most people may not know him. He's actually just like a newscaster, Regional Roundtree. I blurted out some shit, and he was like, "Hello, guys," said hi to us. I seen Gangrel was a wrestler. I hung out with his kid for a night. Really nice dude. The kid's name was Van. He was a really cool dude. A really likable guy. I'm pretty sure my buddy. What's weird is the dude that I hung out with him was my buddy Ryan, and I guess my buddy Ryan went to California and disappeared in some mountain somewhere. He went up in some mountain and disappeared. Nobody heard from him. So I don't know what the hell happened to Ryan, but he was a really cool dude too. Rest in peace if you're gone, brother. But the dude Gangrel, the wrestler, really cool dude, really cool. Was open. I mentioned to him, oh yeah, I hung out with your boy. How's he doing? He just told me, oh yeah. He was an animated guy when he talked. He was like moving with his body and shit. He put his hands behind his back, and it's like he had on cuffs. Like, man, he got locked up. And he's a really cool, down to earth guy. I guess his old lady Luna was a sweetheart too, because she's another wrestler. She had like tattoos on it. She was like one of the first to get head tattoos and shit. To be honest with you, now I think about it, man, Luna was doing that shit back in like the '80s or something. Well, anyways, but she was a sweetheart. And my brother at the time worked at a grocery store, and she basically made him take a $20 tip. He walked her out, helped her with the groceries, and he was telling her, "I can't do that. You know, it's against the rules, or where I could actually lose money." She said, "You're going to take this fucking money from me. You're going to take this fucking $20." And she made him take it. So she was a sweetheart. So I don't believe like all celebrities. I believe that they really believe who they are, and they're sort of plugged into a matrix the same way that we are, in a way that their life makes sense to them. We can see the bizarreness in their behavior because we have the eyes to see it. We're more consciously advanced than they are. But I don't think that am I saying that there aren't cults and weird groups? Oh, there absolutely is. There's absolutely. But when you're talking about the average, like the newscaster, you think he's a part of the Illuminati? Like, no, he's a regular person. Uh, they believe in what they're doing. They truly believe in what they're doing. They're not all a part of the cult. Guys, it's so compartmentalized that if you become a part of the FBI or CIA, just watch any interview with any whistleblowers. They will tell you how compartmentalized it is and how bizarre they are with you. They don't tell you anything. You basically get orders, and if you don't follow them, you lose your job and you get replaced. It's really that barbaric and weird, and you're always on a mission to do some evil shit. I actually just watched one recently. I can't remember the name of the guy, but he was some ex-CIA guy, and he was explaining like how corrupt the agency. He said, "We in the field, we don't call it the CIA, we call it the agency." And he was talking about all the weird, evil shit that they would ask him to do, and that just ate at his conscience after time. He's like, "I just couldn't do it no more. Couldn't do it no more. It was always an evil task." But anyways, why isn't the weird group of people in who are leaders in our realm having secret agents doing all these positive nice tasks of deleting or getting rid of evil people that do evil shit? That's weird. It's weird that it works out that way every fucking time. It's bizarre. This reality is bizarre. I need to go dance with Mary Jane, bro. I'll be right back. But yeah, guys, I would say it was also like back to the music thing. It was Sons of Anarchy that got me into what you could say is like, I don't even know what to call it, that type of music, southern bluesy, swampy type. Um, I love that kind of shit. Like what can I say? Oh, like the Civil Wars is they have quite a few good songs. Check out Muddy Magnolias, Down by the Riverside. They have a few other good songs, like It Ain't Easy's a decent song, but uh, check out Down by the Riverside. That's just like a class to me. That's a classic song. That should be like, well, that's an amazing song. But that type of music, folk music, I guess you could call it, country. Country's like, I still remember. Well, the first country song I liked was a song called "Good Run of Bad Luck" by Clint Black, and it was in a Mel Gibson movie, and it was during the part where they were playing cards, and Mel Gibson was there, and then actually the dude that wrote the song was in the scene, Clint Black or whatever, and that was a great song, and that was like the first country song I liked. I can't remember how old I was when that movie came out, but he has another song. This is another banger, what I would call a banger. Check this one out. Would be Clint Black, "Like the Rain." Check that song out. The song out. That's a great song. If you want to know the kind of music I'm into, I love like you could say it is popular music, but if it's good, I'll listen to it. I don't give a fuck. I don't listen to like pop like Katy Perry or and it's not like I shy away. I don't care. I will listen to it, but it just doesn't grab me. Uh, I've tried to listen, or I've had other people show me like the Katy Perry songs they like and shit, and I'm just like, like I'm like I can see why people not Katy Perry. What's the popular one? Or is Katy Perry popular? I don't know. The other one that looks like the Princess Bride type. The hell's her name? I can't remember. I know what she looks like. I can't remember her name though. But anyway, I'm just saying the popular music now, the girls that are out now, Beyonce even. I never really tried to get into her music. But I don't have anything against pop, that type of music. Like you could say like Mary J. Blige has great songs I love. That's pop. Blackstreet. Oh, that you want a classic song? You may not like rap, but there's R&B mixed with it. Would be uh, Blackstreet's No Diggity. Is it Backstreet or Blackstreet? I think it's Blackstreet. But no, just type No Diggity in YouTube. That's a great song. If you're not into rap and you can get past Dr. Dre's verse, and what was her name? Lady some shit. The lady girl in there raps. The lady girl. What the fuck am I talking about? There's a girl that raps in there. What the hell is her name? Lady of Rage or some shit like that. Lady of Hate. I don't know. She had a weird name, but I never heard of her after that. But the R&B verse in there, and the hook in there is just. I love that fucking song. But what other music? Uh, that I love. I'd say okay. I would say my favorite new artist would probably be Jelly Roll. He just has the most music that's appealing to me. If you wanted to check out songs I like from him, check out "Empty House," "House of Cards," "Promise." Uh, "Need a Favor" is a great song. The message is kind of odd to me now, but it's a great song. Again, I don't always have to agree with the message in music. To me, the music's more important than the message. I don't need my great philosophical message from a music. I could get it from just somebody talking, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and they won't be restricted to making the words have to rhyme to get the message out, you know? But anyways, yeah, I like a lot of his shit. What's the one that I really like is Mama Said You Can't Go Home. It's I think it's Can't Go Home. Uh, I would say just check out that song from Jelly Roll. If you don't like rap, you're not gonna like it because he raps. The other guy raps. The fuck's his name? I want to stick up for him because I'm pretty sure he's bald and he's on the bald guy team, but he's okay. I really like Jelly Roll. I like the chorus of the song and I like Jelly's verse. But the first guy that raps isn't too good. But I mean, like he's all right. It's not like he's bad. I'm not gonna say that, but he's all right. But anyways, I don't get too much into like street gritty rap anymore. It just doesn't appeal to me. Is that even a thing? Or I guess that would be trap music now. I don't get into trap. Just what the fuck am I gonna relate to? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm definitely not cooking crack on the oven. I'm not in the trap house. I'm not shooting at these hoe ass boys. I'm not catching bodies on Ninth Street. You know, I'm just not. I'm not living that life. You know, like I can't really. Now again, I've heard some trap beats that are amazing. I'm like, wow, the beats are amazing, but the shit they rap about is just like, you know, it's not my shit. But anyways, but again, if the music's just so good, they could be rapping about stomping on grandmama's head for $1, and I'll rap along with it. To be honest with you, if the music's that good, the message really ain't that important. But man, right? If it like one song's that, the next song's that, the third song's that, the fourth song's like, man, you guys gonna rap about anything else? And the only time they ever rap about anything else, they're talking about like drama between their homeboys and drama between them and their girl and drama between this. It's like, ugh, I don't want to hear about that shit all day too. It's like I get enough drama in real life. I get enough drama in real life. I don't need to hear this shit in my fucking music. But anyways, I'm sorry. It's just not my type of music. It is what it is. If you like trap, more power to you. Are there good trap songs? I'm talking shit that moves your soul. You know what I'm saying? Like shit that's actually good music. That's trap. Link me something. Like if you know a good trap song that's like, man, the hook on this shit just hypnotizes me. I'd like to hear it, but I'm just saying I haven't heard one yet. Something I'm not open to it. I'll listen to it, but I ain't heard shit yet from trap music that fucking. Maybe if I was in the mood to kill somebody, maybe actually, you know what? Maybe trap music would be great if I was gonna go to the gym. To be honest with you, about to smoke a whole, especially if it's like some energetic shit, and they're like about to kill all these motherfuckers. You know, maybe. Maybe it'd be like some good shit. Like I'll get under the bench, like listen to the trap. See some crazy white dude in the gym with veins coming out of his head, and they're listening. I'm about to smoke me. Oh man, life is funny, bro. Life is funny like that. You know what I'm saying? It's funny, but what other great music, man? What good song? I mean, songs that just, oh, who I'll say, who it was that got me into lyrical fucking rap was, you could say, well, why didn't Bone? It's weird because Bone didn't, and they were rapping their ass off. Even Busy was very good on East 19. Like they were all really good, and but somebody that got me more into like wordplay or flow, it actually wasn't Bone. It was Big Pun when he did that thing. Dead in the middle of Little Italy or whatever. I was like, bro, what the fuck did he just say? That sounded really cool. And that got me into like wordplay. And then I got more into like flow when I got into rap. It was more about flow for a while. Like I just like good flow. Like I didn't give a fuck about nothing else. A lot of people, it's all about lyricism. And I understand that. I mean, I guess you do want it to sort of message. But I guess if I was a lyrical rapper, I'd be more of a storyteller. Like I wouldn't be, I don't think I'm a metaphor type of guy. I just don't do that in my brain. I guess I really haven't sat down and tried it, to be honest with you, but I could probably rap my ass off. I think I really could. I know it sounds silly, but I mean, I grew up on it. So I know what a good quality is. So even if I'm average, I'm still better than probably most of the rappers that rap right now. I'm serious, dude. I really believe that. But anyways, it is what it is. But because it's even in my own head, I could rap, I think, better than them. But actually, it's weird when I put on beats because I want to make a rap song just to prove to my buddy at work that I could rap better than his favorite rapper. But I can't get the motivation to do it. I can put on beats and instantly my soul connects to the beat, boom, and my brain's making music. But it's actually coming out more like rock, southern type music. There is rapping in it, but it's more like a southern type music coming out of me naturally. I guess you could say my style. See, that was the thing is when it comes to matching up words, I think I'm good at that. That's why I'm good at like the word wizardry shit. But uh, when it comes to having my own style, that's where I got confused. I was like, oh, now I have to kind of develop something. My style is actually more rock or soul, soul. I guess I don't know how to explain it, but it feels good. But anyway, while we were talking about that, I'm eventually going to try to make music. I'm not like trying to show off or anything, just for fun. Like I really want to test myself, and I really want to see how it comes out. I want to see how it comes out. And I did once when I was young. My buddy Kobe, his stepdad had like a room in their place where it was like basically like a recording studio. I can't remember, his stepdad was in some sort of rap group. It was him and these two other guys, and it's probably no group anybody ever heard of. But maybe if you were local to Florida, the ghettos of Florida, you'd know about it. But we ended up making a song on his stepdad's shit or whatever, and fucking he wanted to be a rapper. Kobe wanted to be a rapper. What's weird? Okay, I hope I did. This is something I think about all the time because he was like, "Yo, you should get on the track." I was like, "Okay," and I did, and I rapped with him on that track. Um, I still remember the verse and everything. I mean, I was young. I was like 19 or something, and it was probably about some ghetto. It was definitely about some grimy shit. But anyways, but I did it, and he was like, "How did you do that?" He actually didn't believe that I could rap like that, and that I remember that moment because I was like, that was easy for me. Like we just did, that was easy for me. I didn't take long to do that, so maybe I'm good at it. So I knew then but what? But back then it was different. You know what I'm saying? Like this was actually even before Eminem was a popular rapper. Like the idea of me taking rap serious was so far, just so bizarre. It would have never made sense in my mind. Like now it's normal for like white guys to rap, but I don't know. It was a little different back then. It really was like. Um, I would have got hated on constantly. I would have not been street enough. I'd have not been real enough. I'd have not been anything enough. You know what I'm saying? It would have just been, I could have rapped my ass off. I could have made better music than Outkast, and I would have still been disliked maybe. But I say that, but the truth is that might have not been true. That's the real truth, that our minds set limitations for us. As a matter of fact, my mind always does that to me. It sets a limitation for me that prevents me from progressing forward on anything. It's actually my own back self talk that becomes my own worst enemy to a degree. Makes you question the motives of the subconscious, doesn't it? Why would I do that? Why would I tell myself, well, I think I'm good at this. I probably could be good, really good at it if I took it serious. But, I can't do it, man. I'm just some fucking regular old white boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, but that's what I would do at every moment. Actually, my buddy years ago told me that I should have started streaming. And I was like, well, ain't nobody going to. This is at the very beginning. I said, no, ain't nobody going to sit and watch some old baldy headed fucking dude play video games. If I had did what he said, by this point I'd be a millionaire. Like Farad, I've been a millionaire. Like he's doing very well for himself. You know what I'm saying? So, but anyways, yeah. But in my, what did I do? My mind is like, no, ain't nobody's gonna watch it. It's like, man, the mind's really fucking kind of stupid. And what's interesting is the soul, or the observer, has more sense than the mind. So in a weird way, when you go on autopilot, this thing drives you right into the dirt. If you become conscious of its stupidity and question its motives and stupid thoughts and ideas, you can progress forward in life. It's almost as if there's a mind control program being broadcasted upon all of us that we're sort of fighting through or working against. I don't want this fucking video to break. Like, oh, try Microsoft Clipchamp's new AI thing. Oh, now there's an AI listening to me? Great. No wonder the videos keep bugging out before I can finish them. Let me end this segment before I find out I just wasted 10 minutes or whatever the hell it's been. 14 minutes of my fucking life. I think that looked like 14. So I guess is that rude for me to do that? Like, if I make a video like how this video started out, like it was about the crazy what ifs and what reality is, and then it becomes like more about personal shit. Is it rude to do that? Because I almost feel like I'm like, like catfishing people into my personal fucking opinions about. But I did kind of want to make more like a uplifting video, and maybe not only focus on the negativity. So I was like, I'll talk about personal shit. I love music. That's like a huge love of mine. Um, when it comes to, and I'm sorry if these things come off superficial, guys. I would say we're in a reality where that's all there is. So if I'm talking about music and girls and cars and stuff that most guys are into, it's because that's all we have access to, ladies. We're not shallow. There just ain't that many exciting things in, like maybe jet skis. Oh, I got a yacht. I got a jet ski. It's like there's not really, life's boring. Sorry. So we like talking about big booty girls and cars and fucking. Uh, I love fighting. I love the art of fighting. I know that sounds barbaric, but there is a sort of art to it. You don't have to be a barbarian to finish somebody off in the ring. You could be a silent assassin that holds no emotional attachment to it. It's about movement, gauging, distance. Uh, it's a mind game. It's throwing the shots at your opponent to get him to dodge that shot. It's purposefully throwing a left hook to the liver to get them to, he's throwing body shots now. So that when you throw your shoulder forward like that again, he thinks a shot's coming to the liver, but it's actually coming to the jaw. Fighting's an art. You're not going to fight a trained fighter and do anything to him. He's going to smash you to bits because this is what they do. But there's an art to it. And I love the art of fighting. Not so much anymore. Again, I've lost interest. UFC sort of become like the UFC has like more like wrestling, like WWE, or I don't know. It seems like scripted now. It seems scripted and stupid. I don't know. And then the fighting. Well, I haven't watched it. I actually haven't watched it in months. It's unfortunate, but I used to love fighting. Uh, who are some of my favorite fighters? Would be I would say Alex Pierre is a monster, but Adesanya is still, if you're talking about a technically advanced striker, still probably the best. John Jones, I think, is still unquestionably the most powerful man that ever lived. Uh, It just is what it is. I think he's 6'4" or something, so he's a pretty big guy, uh, and he just wins. It don't matter. He may not be, in there doing a spin kick and doing a little Matrix fucking come fight me moment, but he's gonna fuck you up in the ring. Like that's the way it is. Um, Khabib's amazing but boring. Uh, I really liked Charles Oliveira, still do. Again, if he had a fight recently, I probably didn't watch it. It's not him. I've just lost interest in it. It's not as exciting anymore. Um, again, because Charles Oliveira made me like him. If I didn't like Charles Oliveira, he made me obviously gay. There's the fun fighters. There's like the Gaethjes, the Conor McGregors. But when you're talking like great fighters, Anderson Silva, Fedor Emelianenko in his prime was a monster. That would have been a cool fight to see. Fedor in his true prime against John in his true prime. John Jones. I think John would win, as much as it pains me to say. I love Fedor because he just had to finish you, fuck you up. John's slightly more calculated. No, not slight. John's way more calculated. But he does finish fights. I can't say he doesn't finish fights. The one of the funnest fighters to watch was Conor McGregor in his prime. Probably, what the hell's his name? The African fucking nightmare, bro. What the hell's his name? Oh, and Francis Ngannou. Just like I said before, watching that dude fight is like watching a wild animal rip humans to pieces. It's literally like if you put a raptor in a fucking cage against a human. That's the only thing that's comparable. That dude's a fucking scary ass motherfucker when it comes to fighting, when it comes to just battering somebody in a way that actually makes you uncomfortable. Like you actually, like you actually feel bad for his opponent when he's like, I'm serious. Oh, dude, Uriah Hall in his prime. I don't know who could have fucked with that dude, but there was just actually the truth is he was a great striker, but the truth is he got exposed by a good wrestler. He got exposed by a good wrestler. But I'll say his run on the Ultimate Fighter, I can't remember what year that was. It was probably 15 years ago at this point. No, maybe 10, 12. I don't know. It's been a while, but his run on there, he looked untouchable. His little run was pretty amazing. Everybody talks about George St. Pierre, but man, I don't know. I mean, the competition for GSP wasn't there. He was way above the competition. Everybody's up to GSP's level. Now, GSP nowadays, he'd still be good. I mean, he'd still be good. He's a great fighter, very smart, but look at the people he was fighting. I mean, come on, bro. I'm just not impressed by his opponents. Were a joke. Great boxers. The greatest boxer of all time, Muhammad Ali, was the greatest boxer of all time. He was the definition of unbreakable human spirit. He would let you beat him to death before he ever stopped coming. I mean, and you, to a degree, you could say that was his downfall, but that was also his greatness. This man was unbreakable. There's nobody like Muhammad Ali. I don't even think he was the greatest boxer of all time. Technically, I would say Floyd Mayweather was the greatest boxer of all time. I'm not saying Floyd's my favorite. I'm just being honest. Tyson was a great fighter, exciting. Um, I would say Sugar Ray Leonard doesn't get enough credit. Well, no, he gets credit. I'll say he gets credit, but he's one that most people don't think about. Actually, he defeated one of the greatest fighters of all times in a humiliating way. And to be honest with you, he came to that fight so prepared. Again, another motherfucker that when you really know what they went through, what they put themselves through, it shows you the strength of the human spirit. But he lost to him the first time. Before No Mas, he lost to him. But anyways, I don't want to say the other boxer's name out of respect. But anyways, There's a lot of great boxers that came way before Mike Tyson. There's Jack Dempsey, Sugar Ray Robinson. This motherfucker punched so hard it looked like people were getting kicked by a fucking horse. The first Sugar Ray, um, what was his nickname? Was it Black Mamba? No, that was I can't remember. Go watch footage. There's not much. He was in his 40s during most of this footage. You don't see him in his prime, but still, you see the power this man generated, and his shots were ridiculous. There's some people that have, like, they could get on a bench with me, and I would triple their bench. They can't curl half what I curl. But man, when it comes to hitting that punching pad, they just have this. There's a lot of people that have quick tweak muscle. They have explosive, and this dude was the definition. He didn't look like a big, strong. I mean, he was in great shape, but he wasn't some imposing. When you seen him hit people, you were like, Jesus, this motherfucker. He like literally looked like he's got kicked by a horse, bro. But who else were there boxers? There's great boxers. Technical boxers like Vasily Lomachenko. This dude, his dad put him in fucking ballet because he knew he wanted to be a fighter. So his dad taught him the greatest footwork he could teach him before teaching him how to fight. And now he literally dances around opponents and beats the fuck out of them from weird ass angles that they don't even train for. So what fighters will do is they'll get a fighter that can replicate the guy they're about to go and fight. That's who they spar. They need a person that can replicate that stuff. So a long length, I'm about to fight this person. They're long, they're lanky, they're 6 inches taller than me. I've got to focus on this. He's got to be great at throwing knees when I go to shoot to take him down a little bit. You can't find a trained partner to train for Vasily Lomachenko. You would literally need multiple sparring partners throwing punches from angles you don't train for. He's that good. Not undefeatable. He actually lost the fight recently, but a great technical boxer, you could say, skill-wise. It's like watching a ninja fight. Who else? Well, I love fighters. What else do us good old boys talk about? We talk about them girls, boy. Talk about some big booty girls. I actually like a lot of the popular ones. Like I think that there are a lot, like you could say like the Angelina Jolie's, the Catherine Zeta-Jones is beautiful to me. Like a lot of the most popular girls. I think Stacey Dash is amazing. To me, she's the full package. She's one of the most beautiful faces I've ever seen on a woman. A great body, everything. There's a lot of there's just a lot of beautiful women. If I went on with the list of girls that I fucking had a crush on, actually, like looking back, it's funny. I had a thing for black girls, to be honest with you. And I think by like the girls I always put on my wall it was Tyra Banks. Then it was at work. It was Tyra Banks. It was Vanessa Williams, and then it was Stacey Dash. I mean, it is what it is. You know, I'm attracted to what I'm attracted to, but I guess I like a lot of mixed girls too. Like to me, Halle Berry's beautiful. All races are all races are. Well, the real truth is all races are beautiful and ugly. Just because Stacey Dash's mom was white and her dad was black. See how beautiful mixed person? Well, that's not true because somebody could be mixed and they look like shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't mean that well now that race is so beautiful. Just any race can be beautiful, but actually the truth is I was never physically attracted to my own race. Greek women were never attractive to me. I never found an attraction to Greek women. They just were always weird looking to me. Now, if I said I'd never seen a beautiful Greek woman, that'd be retarded. I mean, come on. But what I'm saying is this, like, overall, anytime like we would go to another Greek family's scenario and all the little girls around me were fucking Greek and my age category, they weren't never my type. They're always just like the busted. Anyways, they just weren't my type. But anyways, I'm talking about shit that I was into. But a lot of guys, what will guys talk about? Hey, this isn't a fair. Girls talk about it. Come on, like girls don't talk about this kind of shit. Come on. Yes, they do. They just don't do it in public because they're playing their little fucking scripted role. But they talk about this kind of shit. They talk about that hunk that was in that movie. Oh, did you see that Wolverine movie? Boy, that guy Hugh Jackman, boy, he would make my night. You think your old lady ain't at work talking to her coworker about shit? Like, come on, bro. They're humans. You don't think they're grimy? Like, come on, you ain't seen a girl do something naughty. But anyways, we talk about it. Girls talk about this kind of shit too. But like, guys would say something like, "What do you like, man? I'm a titty guy or a booty guy. I'm a booty guy. Like, I don't give a fuck about tits. To be honest with you, they don't. Most of the time, if they're big, they don't age well, anyways. But you know what I'm saying." But if a girl's got a flat ass, I don't know if I could pull that one off. I don't know if I could do that. If you're a girl with a flat ass watching this, I'm sorry. It's not. I don't hate you. I'm not out to get you. I'm just telling you what I'm attracted to. Nowadays, you can't even tell people that, and that's why people don't talk about this kind of shit. Really, it's because they're going to offend somebody. There's 100 different shades of gray, and everybody's something, and everybody's got a something, and everybody's a part of a something. And my boy, you could always offend somebody. Me saying black girls could actually offend somebody instead of saying like African American girls or whatever. Like, I don't know. I grew up around motherfuckers calling me a cracker, so like it's all good. It really ain't that serious to me. But anyways, oh, Nas was a great. That was another one that made me realize rap music could be beautiful. Was Nas the Message? When I heard that beat, I mean that shit just moved me instantly. Fake Doug, no, and his voice fit. His voice is that like almost smooth, like no, yeah, that he's very smooth, and it fit that beat perfect. That was another song that I was like, oh man, rap music's great. And then I really liked Outkast, Goody Mob. I like a lot of this. I guess the Southern. Who else I listened to? Rap wise, I mean, there was a time where I was actually even listening to like No Limit and shit, like Mystical. I never got into Cash Money because they were rapping about being rich. Like, I can't relate to this. What the fuck y'all talking about? Y'all talking about having Gucci and riding on 24s and then this and that, like in your Lambos. Like, bro, I know you ain't selling that much crack. Like, calm down. Like, how the fuck can any of the people in the hood relate to that music? But people love that shit. I mean, I guess they did have good beats, but I was just like, ugh. And love DMX. DMX came out, finally got me back into it. Just like DMX to me was one of the greatest rap artists that ever lived, period, hands down. Kind of like you can't really argue John Jones, you can't argue DMX. You're talking about now. You're saying, well, he was Christian. He may have led people back into the soul trap. Well, he may have also allowed people to see that being a Christian torments you, and, that it is a sort of soul trap because of that to a degree. Why are we in a realm where if you're good and loving, the realm devours you, or you struggle with demons, or you just can't get your mind right? Um, it's an interesting realm that we're in. But anyways, who else do I really like, man? There's actually so much music that I like that I mean, if I told you guys everything, I wasn't even talking about music no more. I guess it's just my mind kind of. Oh yeah, but then you can actually end my rap career right about there. I got into Eminem, listened to some 50 Cent, and then that was it. After that, I was kind of just everything that was coming out was unappealing to me. Couldn't get into Kendrick Lamar, couldn't get into any of them over there at that studio or whatever. I just Ab Soul or whatever. Like the dude's a genius. That guy's a genius. Ab Soul's a lyrical. I don't know. Honestly, he's very good. I'll say. But when I listen to his music, it doesn't move me. My energy's gotten old to that wave of energy. That's why I feel. Well, I can't say that because then there could be a song out of that category music, like you could say Bobby Brown, I think's his name. Danny Brown. I'm sorry, Danny Brown made a song called 25 Bucks that I really like, and he's a part of that group of rappers and so it's not that they don't make good music, it's just that when I listen to it, not a lot of it's good. I guess you could say that, but yeah, this is just pure personal shit now, guys. This is just I don't talk about some other than the Dookie boy realm with, I guess, people that think similarly to me that feel alone. But anyways, so that's the kind of music I like. I like all kinds of shit. Uh, from browsing my mind here, I'm trying to think. Like, let me think of like some of the really good shows. I mean, I already said Alice in Chains. I already said Soundgarden. Stone Temple Pilots. I love a lot of grunge. A lot of grunge was amazing music. A lot of alternative in the late '90s and early 2000s. Like I like a lot. I like Creed. Who else was? Man, there was just a lot of good music during that time. Uh, I love a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers. They have so many good songs. It'd be hard to list them. Under the Bridge was always a great song. That was another one. That one would come on. I would get hypnotized. What else? Like rock wise, I loved Manson. To be honest with you, I know he was demonic and evil, antichrist, ripping up the Bible and trying to get people to worship Satan. Well, maybe he's seen the reality as fucked up as I do. But anyways, I loved his early CDs, his first three CDs, four CDs maybe. Um, and then he kind of faded away to me. Not that he wasn't making good music. Every once in a while, I would still go like artists that I used to, so I'd still go and kind of like check out their later stuff. But it's just I'm sort of past that. That doesn't appeal to me anymore. But I could kind of put myself in a nostalgic mind state back then, like how I would have reacted to this back then. I can sort of live in both worlds at the same time. But what else? Um, I'm not shy to like girly music either. Like I like some Whitney Houston songs, like that song she made for the Titanic or whatever. Or no, the Titanic song's good. That's Celine Dion. Whitney Houston made it for the fucking other movie. And I will always love you or whatever from hers. A great song. There's another pops. Dude, I actually like Ace of Base. You guys remember that shit? Oh, there she walks. Here's another baby. I thought those were great songs, bro. That one, the one that what was the other one? I can't think, man. I'm not good with that's why, and that's probably why I don't like making these personal things because a lot of it's up. I just have to remember. I can remember the videos. I can remember the faces, but I'm just not good with the names of everything, the details. I'm not a semantics type of person, so maybe that's why my brain just like it doesn't matter because I sit away. But all that she wants is another baby. Isn't that is that the one I just sang? No, that's the one I just sang. And then there was another one. There was a couple good songs from them, but so I'm not like against girly music. Even Madonna had some good songs. Respect yourself. That song, Respect Yourself. Hey, 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 hey. That's a good song. Uh, in Vogue, Don't Let Go is a great song. I'm trying to think because they're really, I guess you could say I do have such a not so. It's not that I'm not into the music. I just don't know a lot of it. And honestly, if I try to make like a playlist on Spotify or one of these channels, I'll put in the song that I like, and then man, it'll just go on and on for hours of shit I can't stand. Like this happy, like I was like, okay, I want to get into this southern type of shit, so I put Civil Wars in there. Man, every song was this soft ass, just like banjo music and shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck is this corny ass? This don't sound soulful southern. I need some swamp in this fucking music, bro. Anyways, okay, I gotta give me one sec, guys. Oh yeah, it's weird. Actually, I could make a whole video just on the hip hop. To be honest with you, just on the one genre of music. I ended up going down like the lyrical rabbit hole. Well, let's see who's the true best lyricist, and it just really, honestly, leads to a lot of shitty music. You'll hear some great lyricism. You'll hear some lyrics that are like, "Wow, this dude's very intelligent." For him to piece that metaphor up the way he did that, man, that takes a genius, But it just the music sucks. It's like I don't want to listen to this shit ever again. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about bars, bro. It's like not really. I mean, it's like kind of about bars, but it's really about making music that moves people. If it don't feel good, who the fuck wants to hear some? Man, look at him flow. Look at him rapping so quick. Yeah, but it just sounds like shit. And I like some fast. Like I like Busta Rhymes, Twist. I Bone Thugs and Harmony. I like fast rappers, but sometimes it just sounds stupid. It's like, bro, at least they made it sound good. But anyways, yeah, going down that fucking lyrical rabbit hole led me to some great artists. I will say, lyrically, K Reno to it, I think is still one of the top guys when it comes to like metaphors and just goofy lines that make you laugh. And He's the best lyrically, but again, his shit's he's put out 29 CDs, and they all sound like they were recorded in a fucking garage somewhere. Like it's just not good music. His hooks aren't all that great. His voice doesn't sound very good. Sounds like an old cigarette smoker. Sounds like me now. Sounds like an old cigarette smoker or something. You know, just anyways, I'm not. I'm just telling you guys why I couldn't really get. Like, I appreciate the lyricism, but like, if I gotta be honest, the music kind of sucked. But anyways, but yeah, rock wise, I love a lot of '80s rock. Like, if you popped in anything, I probably know it. If you popped in anything from the '80s, I probably know it. All the hairband music, everything. I'll sing along with it. I just grew up around that shit. Like my stepdad listened to that. I mean, he was only around for few years, but he brought normalcy into my life. I'm so grateful for that motherfucker, man. And my yaya too. She brought some normalcy into the household as well. But uh, anyways, I mean, right, not just him. Everybody. I mean, everybody I know listened to '80s rock and this and that. Man, just '80s rock was great. '90s rock was great. 2000s rock was great. I like a lot of the new metal shit. A lot of the new metal's great music. It's great fucking music. Check out a song called this is more on the heavier side. For me, I don't like death metal. Some people will probably listen to this and be like, bro, this is pussy music. But really the heaviest I ever went was like Pantera, maybe Slayer, Seasons in the Abyss type shit. I'm not into fucking just like, bro, like, are you trying to disturb me, motherfucker? Like, anyways, I'm not into that. But this is on the heavier side, even for me, would be like Soil Work, Stabbing the Drama. I feel like it's a great song. And where can I classify like Guano Apes? Like, uh, that's like, oh, that's new metal. Is Guano Apes new metal? Oh, the song Open Your Eyes from them, I feel is a great song. Her voice. She's my favorite female vocalist. Like, to me, she's the Lane Staley. She's the female Lane Staley to me. I love her voice. Her voice is amazing. Her name is Sandra Nosick. Uh, she even did a song with Ice Cube. It was pretty cool. I like the little hook. I mean, the rapping's, it's a catchy little song. You might like it. Sandra Nosick, Ice Cube, and there was somebody else on there too. Anyways, it doesn't matter. But I love music. Love all kinds of music. If you know any great music, recommend me something. I'll probably listen to it if it really is good music. The downside is usually when I do that, honestly, I realize how peculiar my flavor of music is. And because a lot of times people recommend me shit, I'm like, why would they even have recommended something like this to me? Like, this is not good at all. But I'm willing to listen to anything, and I love music. So if you know any great shit that's kind of under the radar type shit that I might not know about, let me know about it. If you listen to the list of shit that I said, and you're like, man, I listen to a lot of that. Maybe he'll like this. I'm down to hear about it. But I like a lot of new metal, like Corn, fucking Corn, bro. Corn went through like eras and eras. They came around before new metal. They came around when it was sort of still like grunge and Offspring and the Offspring Smash CD to me is a classic CD. Uh, uh, well, there was and then Korn went from that era through the new metal era, past the new metal era, back to the rock era. They've just been around forever. They made tons of good music. Korn, who else? Like Green Day's one of those bands that I could never get into, but they had like a couple good songs. Like Boulevard of Broken Dreams is a great song, I think. I never liked the bite my lip and close my eyes. Like they played the fuck out of that song when I was a kid. I loved that era of my life, but man, I didn't like that. I was like, why does everybody like this song so much? Masturbation. Just like, he's talking about playing with his dick. Like, what the fuck? This is weird, man. But anyways, I remember that that's why they played that song so much to get that in our heads. Oh, this dude's jerking off and he's popular. Oh, they don't normalize jerking off. Or who knows why things happen in this bizarre reality. We can always speculate, but uh, who else, man? Who else? What do that era? And then, oh yeah, then even like the 2010s era, it's like there's great music. There's like Disturbed, Godsmack, a lot of good rock in that era. There's just good music everywhere. Music's hard. It's hard not to like music. It's fucking amazing. Uh, when it comes to gospel, I think the Fairfield Four are the best. Check out man, what's the one I love? I love from them is you Lonesome Valley. Check out a song called Lonesome Valley. If you're into gospel music, check out the Fairfield Four. What else do I like? Oh, I listen to a lot. Oh, well, I'd say lately I don't really listen. I went through an era. Now I'm more listening back to music again. But I actually went through an era where I wasn't even listening to music. Actually, and even now I'm in a weird mental state where a lot of the music I used to love sort of puts me off now. I don't know what that is. It's maybe there's a sort of energetic shift, and it just doesn't resonate with me anymore. But um, there was an era for a couple of years there, 3, 4 years, where I was actually just listening to like ambience, like magical forest music, like bing boom, like happy shit, like wind chimes, frequency music. There's actually a channel I subscribe to where when you play some of those frequencies, I don't know if it really is removing archons, but you can literally feel the shift in your mind when the frequency comes on. Some sort of shift happens. So there are something in the frequencies that may be why the old world was so obsessed with bells. Um, they may have reverberated a type of frequency that the mind parasite doesn't operate in. Maybe there was something to the whole structure of the previous reality. Maybe that's why it was all destroyed, to hide the fact that they were protecting themselves from this demon. Maybe that's what the stained glass windows were for, to remove archons, to identify them, to cast a spell against them. Maybe the bells, the whistle, the windows. Again, I'm getting back into the matrix. This is the way my mind works, guys. It is what it is. But um, I need more coffee because this still one out of fucking coffee. But that's my second and a half glass today. If I drink more, the rosacea is going to come in. My skin's going to get so dry that it's itchy. Just I've been taking my supplements. I'm like keeping up, but man, it's like I really do. I love coffee. I sort of drink it like a fiend, to be honest. I mean, let's forget about the fact that I suffer from some sort of fatigue since I got the old flu. I've been suffering from fatigue, and it just helps me stay awake. Not to mention I kind of smoke a little bit of marijuana, but anyways, it is what it is. But that's life, baby. I gotta cope. I gotta cope too. I'm not Jesus. I'm definitely not Jew. I'm not some perfect, holier than thou, perfect angelic being. I do the best I can, though. But anyways, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, music. I just fucking love music. There's all kinds of music. I did just music would just jump in my head. Bobby Brown. What was that song? My Prerogative. What else? Bam, bam, bam. Just music. I love music. I love music. Alanis Morissette, like I mentioned, go listen to her, man. If you've never heard Alanis Morissette, I don't know. She makes some great fucking music. Uh, oh, my buddy Serm got me into dubstep for a while. Like I was listening to a little bit of dubstep, and they got some good stuff. Some of the stuff they do, I guess you could say, would be like festival or club music, where they include like singing or lyricism along with the music, is amazing. I haven't gotten into it, but I've heard a lot of songs like that. I'm like, wow, this is. I mean, just the quality of the music is so amazing. Hearing it all pieced up and so well edited like that, it sounds beautiful. But some people would say it sounds electronic or inorganic. But honestly, I love electronic music. I love electronic music. Um, I didn't so much get into Nine Inch Nails. My brother Tom liked Trent Reznor a lot, but I liked a few of his songs like Perfect Drug. What's the other one? You let me violate you. The fuck is that? I know I can hear the song in my head. I can't think of the name, but like they got some good songs. But I loved like Cell Dweller, Linkin Park, um, a lot of electronic music. You could even say like Evanescence is electronic music. I love a lot of electronic music. I got nothing against electronic music, and it can sound beautiful, especially if it's well done. Anyways, so yeah, I guess the moral of the story is I love a lot of fucking music, and that's one of my copes in the reality. This is I call everything a cope. It's one of the things I enjoy. I need to quit also lying to make things look extra dark. No, I love music. Music's fucking amazing. It's one of the most beautiful things in this reality. Um, Music's amazing. Beauty's amazing. It's unfortunate that I can sit here and talk about pretty girls all day, but it is unfortunate that it is in fact just the female figure itself that keeps bringing life into a realm that I think is built to torment souls. So you say, "Oh, Chris, you're dark. What are you against having sex?" No, I'm against bringing souls into this realm. I'm all for having sex. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with having sex. To me, sex is the equivalent of a back massage. Some people do physically that feels good. It's not all that big of a deal or important to me. Uh, yeah, what's funny is like this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm definitely not sounding like my old self. But I'll say the more conscious I've become, to be honest with you, the more I see sex as a sort of it doesn't sound crazy. I see it as like kind of I don't know, gross to a degree. Like it's like sweaty. I'm getting into some weird shit, but I don't know, what it is. What it is. This is an adult channel. I'm about to say some adult shit. Turn it off if you're a kid or if your mom don't want you to watch. You better. I doubt anybody that is watching my channel like that. But sometimes I wonder, do families watch my? That would be weird. I hope there ain't some dude with his kids there watching my shit. 'Cause I curse like a sailor. I say some fucked up dark shit. But anyways, what was I talking about? I was about to say something. I know I was about to say something. Oh, it's sex, dude. He had a sweaty ass like meat monkey climbing on top of this other meat monkey. It's like oh. Mouth breathing, penetrating its like slimy hole, just like yeah. I mean, I don't. I again, what are you against sex, Chris? No, I'm definitely not. As a matter of fact, if you got some free sex out there, I'll probably take some. It's been a minute. I ain't against sex. What I'm saying is the more conscious, like the more I look at things honestly and stop just being a meat monkey, like a sort of auto piloted, driven by desire drone. The more awake I become, like the more I see shit the way it really is. Like I used to watch porn, you could say. I would watch pornography. I'm not gonna lie and say I completely don't anymore, but I don't watch it the same way I used to. It definitely doesn't arouse, and to a degree, it's kind of gross. Like it feels dirty to me. It didn't feel like that before. Before I was just being a being a guy. I don't know what I was thinking before, but now it feels gross and I don't enjoy it as much as I used to. But that's the path I chose. That's the path I chose to a degree. Bitching about it. I'm not bitching about it. I'm saying it in hopes that other people out there that experience these same things can fucking relate to it. But I don't know. I know that I'm willing to push further than other people. I'm willing to take it another step. I'm willing to question a little bit further than most people. I'm willing to say a little more. Most people seem so controlled by their programmed scripts that I sort of push back against it to spite it. Like I hate everybody's little programmed behavior. So to act out of the box, to me, I love it. I want to appear crazy to other motherfuckers. I don't care anymore. Like I want the average NPC to look at me and see a dude that's completely lost his mind. I don't want to relate to you things 1%. But anyways, so yeah, this went from like a serious sort of what if crazy video to music. What do I enjoy? Big booty hoes and fucking music. yeah, I would judge a hoe if you are a girl and you say to me, actually, this happened recently, but anyway, somebody said, well, and you say to me, um, I've actually been with so many guys, I can't remember who they all are, type of shit. If I'm being brutally honest with you, it's gross to me not that you've had sex that many times, because somebody could be with one person for the same length of time that they slept with 40 different people, still having the same amount of sex. You could say, oh, well, it's more gross because it's a bunch of different dicks. um, Actually, somebody that's been with 40 different guys may have had a lot less sex than somebody that's just been with one guy the whole time. I mean, that depends on the individual. But I would judge that. It feels gross to me. It sounds gross to me. The visual imagery that enters my mind when a woman says something like that is gross to me. Um, but I actually don't judge that anymore. Like if a girl said that to me now, like, yeah, I cheat on my husband every chance I get because he's a dead fuck. Probably a couple years ago, I would have been like, you're a horrible wife. And nowadays, it's like, whatever. I just don't even care. That's what makes you happy, honey. Have at it. If you these weird superficial moments of fake love give you the dopamine fix you need to cope with your prison sentence, more power to you, sweetheart. You know what I'm saying? Like, more power to you. I actually can't judge anybody anymore. But I love that. I keep bringing that up because I sort of love that. Like, I don't like the fact that I ever judged anybody. But based on how they look, based on the way they were dressed, based on the car they pulled up in, based on the type of house they're like, based on how nice their teeth look. Yeah, people would judge on anything. And I hate that aspect. I hate the judgmental aspect of the human avatar. I think it's disgusting. I'm not saying it's a completely useless thing. We need to be able to judge the difference between good and evil if we're going to coexist peacefully in the same realm. We need to be able to judge certain. But what I'm saying is this meaningless judgment of what other people are into, what excites other people, what other people do. You can say that cheating is a harmful thing. That if the husband found out, it would break his heart. That's true. Okay, that's true. It's unfortunate that the human avatar that she or he is that wants to be promiscuous and cheat is programmed to feel good from doing that. Why aren't they programmed to feel good or get their dopamine hits from, I don't know, making a sandwich for their boyfriend or mowing the lawn and taking out the trash for their old lady? Why don't those give them the dopamine hits that make them a better husband or wife? You understand what I'm saying? It's like we're all programmed to be nasty, and then we're gonna get guilt tripped when we leave. It's like because you're a horrible wife. You cheated on your husband 5 times. So what? We were in a hell realm, a dark ass evil hell realm where there was no righteous path to get on. Now that I'm dead, you want to present me with your righteousness? Fuck you. Fuck you, you deceptive, lying demon. If you gave a fuck about my goodwill, motherfucker, you'd have told me this shit back when I was still in hell. You wouldn't have waited for me to die myself and told me I was being a naughty boy. You shouldn't have put your dick in that other hole. Fuck you. Who the fuck are you to tell me anything anyways? If these entities try to guilt trip you, you should be ready to spit in their fucking faces. Who the fuck are you to talk to me, you little peasant? To even breathe in my presence. Like, you should feel that way. You should be instantly agitated with these entities. Instantly at cutthroat. Cutthroat. Completely fucking cutthroat. You should be ready to kill these motherfuckers. Oh, you know that one time you said that thing and it hurt that person's feelings. So what? My face got punched in and smashed, and a lot of people hurt my feelings. That's what happens down there. That's what happens. You didn't throw me into an angelic realm and then I behaved naughty. You threw me into fucking hell, you lying, deceiving demon. You're just trying to keep me there forever. That's the real truth, motherfucker. Fuck these fucking pathetic Archon pieces of shit. Feed off this, you fucking demons. Feed off my fucking hatred for you, you fucking demons. I will eat your soul, motherfucker. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm fucking. This is becoming angry rant. Well, so what? Maybe some people need to hear some of that shit. So this is supposed to happen. This is supposed to happen this week. Did I just check the time? My short-term memory is pretty shot. I'm usually pretty blitzed out of my mind when I'm making my videos. You probably actually haven't seen a sober video, but it is what it is. It gets me thinking. It fucking makes me creative. It helps me make the video. But give me one sec, guys. I'll be right back. All right, guys. I'm probably actually just going to wrap this one up. I just want to kind of talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? This was kind of just a rant. It was like a few what ifs in the beginning and then just a rant. But the what ifs are endless. And the fact that the what ifs are endless should speak volumes to you of the type of realm you've been subjected to. If any time you want to know why you're here, what you're here for, and the answer ain't answered, you're being deceived or lied to. Or well, it's still you're being deceived. I was just going to say, or the realm ain't about you and don't give a fuck about what you want and what you feel, which is what happens on a daily basis, observable. But people's egos will tell them, no, we're gods and we're so powerful. And blah, blah. It's like, I wish that was really true. I do. I wish that we are fragments of the consciousness of God going through some sort of evolutionary change or some sort of astral shift where we're all going to become X-Men and have superpowers and defeat these evil elites. That'd actually be really cool. That'd be super fucking cool. I mean, I don't want to be in some damn war with them and they're actually so technologically advanced that everybody I know that's a mutant fighting them dying. That would fucking suck. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be great to see reality progress into anything but what it always is. That would be great. That should speak volumes to you about the type of problem you're in. I'm over here saying, man, it'd be great if just anything happened in this place. This place is so shitty. This place is shitty as fuck. What a stupid existence. We're forced into a miserable existence, then fed nothing but deception, lies, and all this bullshit to distract us from that fact. It's like, oh, it's a machine to feed off me. Great. What a fucking hell run we found ourselves in. I don't know how the hell this happened to us, but it ain't cool that it is happening to us. That ain't cool. But the God that everybody believes exists just don't seem to give a fuck. It's unfortunate, but that's the realm we're in. But anyways, now I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. Now that I've picked on all these delusional people believing in invisible creatures, and I'm a delusional person that believes in invisible creatures, but mine are actually observable. They're evil and demonic and they have a bizarre agenda. Yours are fucking make-believe and they never actually existed in reality. I don't see no rose petal outside of a few little distractions like, oh, this Saint Mary statue, her eyes blinked or blood ran from her eyes on this statue, or oh, look, the saints' bodies don't decay. They're in a fucking pressurized unit. They're literally in a, they sucked all the air out of that fucking thing. But anyways, there's, and even if they are miraculously not decaying, God, is that the best you could do? The corpses of your best fucking people just don't rot in your fucking hell realm. That's the best you could do, bro. Well, anyways, like, come on, man. It's just another distraction to give people hope. That hopium joint. If you attach a metaphorical hopium joint to most of humanity's behaviors, you'll see that everything's hopium. The hopium joint's right next to the copium joint. Let's smoke both of them at the same, one in each fucking nostril. Let's drag and fire breed them motherfucking joints. Humanity just loves a good little story to sell back to itself, so that feels good. I guess I am, so when it comes to mentality, I guess I am sort of a tough motherfucker. You wouldn't probably think that watching my videos, seeing me get emotional all the time. I'm still an emotional guy, but I can deal with what's happening. Most people can't. To a degree, you could say the leaders found out that this was a simulation a long time ago and now do everything in their power to keep us in the simulation, because once they found out that that's all it was a bizarre simulation, it was hard for them to cope every day. It was hard for them to get by every day. It was hard for them to not just blow their brains out watching their comrades commit suicide left and right because they found out the truth too, that we're just in some other entity's video game. It would almost make you sympathize with them for lying to us and keeping us locked in this little area and telling us these delusions to make us think we're all so important, that when you find out the real truth, you actually lose your soul. Oh, I never had one to begin with. I'm just a video game. No. They don't want this truth. Just lie to them and keep them in a bubble, and we'll make a treaty to keep them away from the simulation walls or whatever the fuck's out there. You know, could be something like that going on. that the truth is just so goddamn, because I see a desensitizing of humanity happening since the 60s, the introduction of The Exorcist, and they pushed that movie a little too far, and people in the theaters were literally having heart attacks. Nowadays, we're so desensitized. If you watch The Exorcist, it would be a comedy movie. I mean, it would maybe not be comedy. I mean, you'd have to have a. I guess I do have a dart, so it would be funny to me because I just see makeup and prongs and little girls with weird foam Greek or green tongues, like whoa, I see it for what it really is. Like it's hard for me to take it serious, so it is funny to me. But it just. But anyways, people that there's a desensitizing. Like humanity was not built to be this dark and rugged and cold and like we were brought this way, almost as if our minds were being built to handle the nasty truth that would make most people blow their fucking brains out if they found it out. I understand why my channel's small, like, but then again, like, think about that. Well, who sticks around though, and what is it with those souls? Why are they so different than the ones that would just run away? There's actually something very special about the people. Why? This isn't an ego thing. This isn't an ego thing. This isn't a, oh, you're watching me, so you. It ain't got to be me. There's a lot of channels that you could be watching. A lot of the people I'm subscribed to, you could be watching. I feel like you're a conscious soul. So, but there's a very small handful of us, really, that think about these types of things, that talk about these types of things. So, actually, the most advanced or conscious, complicated souls in the realm are demonized and called crazy and called. Actually, if you have deep thoughts or question things in the Dookie Boy realm, the darkest parts of it, you're called crazy and blah blah, and somebody's gonna call and get the paddy wagon to come get you and put you in a padded white room so you could rock back and forth saying you're a glass of orange juice from now until the end of fucking eternity. Um, yeah. Anyways, X-Men was the best of all the fucking different things. Marvel was the best. I'm sorry, DC, like Spider-Man. Spider-Man's cool. Some of the movies were really cool, but just not that great. It's kind of good. Batman, to me, people love Batman. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's realistic. Oh, it's a really rich guy helping us. Maybe that's why. But I always saw it as boring. Like compared to X-Men, every fucking different person had an amazing power. Just like X-Men was the best of all the cartoons that kids grew up on. Uh, the greatest RPG on Sega Genesis was Shining Forces 2. Shenmue on Dreamcast was very innovative. So is Seaman on Dreamcast was very innovative. Uh, I'm also a gamer, so I might be getting into games here, guys. Uh, the original Diablo was still one of the greatest games ever made. Diablo 2 was amazing. 3 and 4 and all that maybe started going downhill. Still good games, just not for me anymore. I would say World of Warcraft is still probably, even though it's gone through about 100 different eras, overall is still probably the best game ever made. Um, uh, but that's like MMO is its own type of thing. Like, I mean, if you compare World of Warcraft to any other MMO, I think they're all kind of boring in comparison. Even if it sucks now, hats off to it for being a great game for so long. What other games did I like a lot? Um, Well, like tons of games. I'm a gamer. I was a gamer. I was obsessed with games. Played games constantly growing up. I mean, if you named a PS1 game, I probably played it. If you named an Xbox game, I probably played it. Like Dreamcast, and then everything before that. Nintendo, Super Nintendo, Genesis. I probably played all those games. Like, so I really loved games for a long time. Just sort of lost interest out of nowhere. I don't know if it was a consciousness growth thing. Just lost interest. Just wasn't exciting anymore. Now, if I do it, it's something I do to pass the time. It's very boring. That's why I say, like, I keep saying it, there's no substance in the realm. The closest I can get to resonating or vibrating with any frequencies when I hear like minded people speak about the same shit that I think about. It's close as I can get to any sort of relief in this hellish, bizarre realm of struggle and worry all the time. But anyways, I don't want to wrap this one up on a shitty note, but I do feel like I'm kind of out of energy for this one. Yeah, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. It's been long enough, anyways. It's got to definitely be over an hour now. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.